And another thing, sometimes you have to cross the line, but there's a right way to do it. So let's take a look at Antoine Fisher, for example, starring Derek Luke, directed by Denzel Washington in 2002. All right, so in the scene, we see Antoine Fisher, played by Derek Luke, finally open up to Dr. Davenport, portrayed by Denzel Washington. And we see Antoine initially on the left side of the screen. And the left side, in films made in the Western side of the world, generally represents dominance, as we traditionally read left to right. So it could be interpreted that the person who is sitting on the left side of the frame holds the upper hand in the scene. And this is where Antoine is positioned, as he controls a conversation initially, and he questions Dr. Davenport. Now, while on the right side is viewed as a person who is on their back heel, we see Dr. Davenport, who up to this point is unable to get Antoine to speak to him during these sessions. However, halfway through the scene, we masterfully see a subtle and slight camera move, where the camera travels behind the shoulders of Dr. Davenport from left to right, which now shifts Antoine into the right side of the frame and Dr. Davenport on the left. As Antoine is on the right, he is now vulnerable and is opening up to Dr. Davenport, who is now on the left, driving the conversation and the one now asking the questions. And if you're not familiar, this is all in connection to the convention called the 180 rule. This allows for an imaginary line of action to be drawn between the characters in relation to the camera. So where one character stays consistently on one side of the screen and the other stays on the other side. This was done to avoid visual confusion. So again, this is where person A will stay on person A side and person B will stay on person B side, no matter how many times they change the shots. And the rule requires that the camera stays on that specific side of the line, unless the director resets and reestablishes the line of action. But this is just a rule, and we know all rules are meant to be broken. So when you see a filmmaker that's on that sensei level of mastery, it's not only knowing about the rule of 180, it's about knowing when, and more importantly, how to break that line in service of the story. I feel like this creative device is used to show visual power dynamics in the scene. And it's something that's really cool to notice when you're aware of it. And now that you know about it, I wonder how you will use this technique in your work, because it could be really impactful. And if I'm wrong, definitely let me know in the comments below. I don't mind being corrected. But beyond that, I truly appreciate you tuning in and watching this video all the way through. That truly means a lot. Now get back to being awesome. Again, my name is Neville, and I'll see you next time.